Hey, what is going on, drawittoo crew? Ramny here with a brand new vlog video for you guys, and this is just going to be a quick one. I just want to let you guys know that I already posted my frequently asked questions, my FAQ post on my website, drawittoo.com. So feel free to check it out. Down in the description of this video, I'm going to put a link to that FAQ page. So make sure to check that out. I answered tons of questions. I actually have it printed out over here. I answered tons of questions about, like my art, about a little bit about myself, about my channel, and about the tutorials. So make sure to check that out if you guys are ever, curious about other things that I have on this channel, or if you guys were ever curious about some things about me, that kind of thing. So check it out. I have all of that in the, in the description of the video. So yeah, so let's answer a couple of those right now. And I want to focus on the ones that are about me. So let's do that. Number one question, where are you from? I answered this in a previous frequently asked questions video, but that was like hundreds of videos ago. So let me refresh. I was born in the Philippines, so I am Filipino. Raised in Canada, so I'm Canadian. I grew up in Canada, and then I lived in the United States, which is when I did most of my YouTube videos for this channel, was when I was in the United States. And I live in Thailand now, and I've lived here in Thailand for 10 years. So I've been here a long time. So I don't really consider myself a citizen of any one country. I am a citizen of the world. I love to travel. We travel quite a bit. So that's question number one. Number two, are you Filipino? Yes, I am. Do you speak Filipino? Yes, I do. Number three, a lot of people ask, what is my favorite superhero? Number one, The Thing, and number two is Nightwing from DC. So Marvel and DC, those are my two superheroes that I like. A lot of people actually ask me what my phone number is. I don't give out my private information, especially to strangers. I'm sorry, you guys, but I like to keep my private life private and separate from drawittoo. So sorry, I cannot give you guys a lot of my private information, which includes my address. Now that I work from home, I cannot give you guys my home address for you to send artwork to me. I can't do it. I don't have an address for you guys to send artwork to me. So if you guys want to show your artwork, you're gonna have to send it to me by email or by Instagram or by the Google Plus community. So make sure to do that instead. Another question: when did you get started drawing? I never really had an official start date. I've been drawing since I was a kid, and my parents always talk about how I used to draw from memory when I was a kid. So I've been drawing as a kid, and I've been just practicing ever since. Did you go to art school? That's another common question. No, I didn't. I took a couple of courses, but I never officially went to art school, never got an art degree or anything. I trained myself, so what you would call an autodidactic, I think that's the word. I'm gonna put it right here, autodidact. Make sure you check that out, the definition of it, because it essentially means that you're self-taught. And for me, I actually ended up doing a lot of graphic design work for myself. I started my company a while back doing graphic design work. So I trained myself to know enough to be able to start my own company to do graphic design work. And now I started another business, another company, drawittoo, where I'm teaching you guys how to draw. And I did all of this without ever having to go to art school. If you were to ask me, should you go to art school or not? Completely up to you. But again, there's so many resources out there for free that you could, if you have the discipline, you could teach all this stuff yourself. Teach it to yourself. Anyway, what tools do you use? I get that a lot, you guys. Make sure to check the link down in the description of all my videos. I have a link to all of the tools that I use there. Can you give me some tips? I get this a lot, and a lot of people send me their picture and ask me if I could rate it or if I could give them some tips. And I'll be honest, you guys, I can't do that all the time because I get those so much that a question like that is very time consuming for me. So if I were to do it to everybody who sends me like their drawing, it's just going to take up most of my time. So, my main tips are get a sketchbook, get good tools like a pencil, a good pencil and a good eraser, and practice. Keep practicing, pay attention to proportions, pay attention to like tones, that kind of thing. pay attention to shapes. And by doing that, doing it all the time, doing it constantly over and over again, you'll improve. I promise you guys, you'll get better if you guys are intentional with the way that you practice. You can't just practice willy-nilly, you know what I mean? You can't just practice here and there. Focus on things. Like, for example, if you can't draw feet, then practice drawing feet, you know? So be intentional with the way that you practice. If you can't draw women, for example, if you can't draw like the face, if you can't draw the nose properly, then focus on those and practice doing those. And another question, who are your artist inspirations? I have a whole list on my FAQ. You guys can check all that out. But to name a few, Jim Lee, Greg Capullo, Joe Madureira, Art Adams, Lainil Yu, Frank Cho, Steve McNiven. So those are some of my inspirations, and those are the people whose artwork I tend to gravitate towards, and most of them are comic artists. So that's that. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that. You guys feel free again to check out that FAQ. I have a link in the description of this video. Check it out, and if you have other questions, feel free to post it down in the comment section below. I mean, I'm looking for questions that are not, you know, tutorial related. So don't ask me questions like, can you draw this? Just ask me other questions other than those. So thanks again, you guys. That's it. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'm doing all of this in one shot, and it's kind of awkward. Yeah, thanks for watching, you guys. I will catch you in my next one. Take care.